Hey YouTubers, it's NASCAR Man 3345 coming back at you. Just was here working on a couple of things and wanted to show you a couple of things on. I bought a vintage lunchbox for $2 today at the flea market. So I thought I would be able to show you how to get it somewhat back to not perfect, but damn close. Um, it was all painted, spray painted, complete, the whole thing. I've been working on it for a little while, but this is how it started. Still working on it. It's an original 1976 National Football League lunchbox. The thing I feel about with this lunchbox is I had one at this time, and when I was in elementary school. Went to the flea market today, was checking it out, and the gentleman that was with me, my buddy Cliff, saw it, thought it was kind of cool. Now, the one side was already, this was exactly how it looked. I haven't touched it yet. Has a little ding in it. I'm going to work on that. But all you saw was the NFL National Conference. I flipped it over, and it was completely spray painted. It's still spray paint all over the place. I'm going to work on. And I was a little bummed because I really wanted to have something that was from my childhood that I remember taking to back and forth to school. Hey, Jody. So I was walking around. I picked it up, and a couple other guys saw it, and it was in my backpack, and they're like, "Why did you buy that? It's destroyed. You're not going to be able to do anything to it. You're not going to be able to fix it. You're not going to be able to." I says, for one, just even to have the one side was cool, just to have it as memento. But I've been doing a lot of restoring and repairing stuff for a while now, and I've always learned that you can fix stuff that you really want to keep. And this was something that I wanted to try to work on, and it's going to go right into my closet here, which mine was the black bordered version, but this is the red version. Does have some little bit of rust, but for $2, I says, what the heck? If it gets ruined or gets a little messed up, it's okay because I still have one side that I can at least display until I can find one that's in super, super condition. These are averaging between 100 and 150. Brand new mint with the thermos. As you can see, some of the teams, the old Seattle Seahawks, that's when they were the Rams of Los Angeles, and went back to St. Louis. This was the St. Louis Cardinals, so that was why I would go back and forth with these two teams. Dallas, the red Falcons helmet, and now, especially now, this because you have the Washington Redskins on here, so that's a major piece here. Now, so what I was gonna do is usually a lot of people use you can use rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol will work. It works really well. A lot of people I use Axe also because of the same consistency. But so what I've done so far is this whole side was completely full of spray paint. So that's what I'm working on now, and I'll show you what I do. It's pretty much I want to get this all cleaned up for you so you guys can see, and then we'll work on some other stuff. So pretty much you set up with your your rubbing alcohol. You just get a paper towel or a Q-tip. If you want to get the creases and everything, you get Q-tips and you get in and you run through the creases. Make sure it's soaked. And don't be afraid. You can rub really hard because it takes a little bit of pushing and to get a lot of this off. And you're going to have to keep on back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to get paint off. Use some muscle because you're really not. I mean, you see how it's coming off. You're not taking the paint off unless you really. Now, if I started throwing more on, you're gonna start taking the actual seal of the paint off of it. So just keep on going with it. Really, you gotta rub. You gotta get into the grooves with it. And really, don't be afraid to use a little bit of elbow grease. Thank you, hon. To really get in there and get it cleaned up. Like I said, you're taking off all the spray paint. And it was spray paint. So that's what was the good part, because you can, if this was house paint, you gotta do a consistency of some rubbing alcohol, but you also have to add some turpentine, and that's when you really gotta be careful when using the turpentine, because you can take the whole thing off, and I mean, something this small. If you work at it for about an hour, 2 hours, you should be okay with it. As you can see, everything's rattling, but and then you just go over it again, get your minute spots that you missed, but get in there and just have fun with it, enjoy it, and just keep on going until you feel that it's to your liking, or you run out of rubbing alcohol, or you get tired. But I just wanted everybody to see this. I'm going through, and it's still going to take me about another couple of hours. But I just wanted to come on and show you how you can take time. And you can do this with marker on stuff. I use it a lot when I find Hot Wheels and I put marker on it. It's fun. It's a little tedious work, but if you want to enjoy yourself and you want something that's going to be really, I mean, this is sentimental value more to me. So that's why I'm doing this. If I was going to try to resell it, I'd really take the tedious time and go through and really probably go through a bottle or 2 bottles of rubbing alcohol to get it off. But it's definitely worth it. I'll show you. I'm starting to get into the nooks and crannies. And make sure you always have Q-tips and paper towels around, because you go through them. Because once the paper towel gets dirty, it really doesn't work. You gotta have fresh, clean area to rub. So that's what's happening with me. I'm starting to but I'll show you just the area of what we did and the time that I've been with you. About 10 minutes of taking a little bit of time and rubbing. He said, give me another couple of minutes, but here you go. There's only this little bit of pot left that I got to do to take off. But there's the rest of the NFL. And you can see already there's a glare already on that. So that's how it's going to look. I'm going to clean, like I said, I'm going to clean it up really well. I mean, there you go. There's your paper towel of all the. But like I said, I still got a lot of work to do to it. But you saw there's from here to here of all the paint, and that's what I've done so far. Now you have all your Tampa when Tampa Bay was in the AFC, the Houston Oilers, the old Buffalo logo, the Cincinnati Bengals, the old Denver Broncos logo, and the old New England Patriots logo. So that's what it looks like when you could take time, spend $2, and really take the time and make a lunchbox look amazing. Like I said, I'm gonna get another paper towel and get some Q-tips so I can get into the nooks and crannies. And I mean, even considering, I mean, the inside is in pretty good shape. But all you got to do is, if you want to fix some of the, because it is tinting, you just hit it with your little rubber mallet if you want. You can see a kid sat on this probably in lunch, because usually, remember, a lot of kids, younger kids, used to sit on their lunch boxes because they didn't have anywhere to sit. I'm going to look for the summits. Yeah, it is rather clean, Jody. And that's why, I mean, I like going back, especially, like I said, this is something from when I was in elementary school. I had the same one, but with the black border. So to have and find, and it's an actual thermos, and to find a piece from my childhood that I could go and pretty much clean up lobster. This whole side was all full of spray paint, and using rubbing alcohol, I got 90% of it off now. Probably another 15 minutes and all the spray paint will be gone. Yeah, well, that's it, Jody. That's why I picked it up. When I saw it on the ground and it was sitting like this, and I'm surprised when people picked it up and they saw the other side was destroyed, they just dropped it right back down. They didn't even probably ask the guy, because he probably wanted a big money for it. But I went and I picked it up, and I was like, ooh. And I asked the guy, and he goes, $2. And I'm like, well, he said $3, and I offered him $2, and he said, fine. And then I got laughed at for buying it. But that's why you buy things that you think you can restore. You know, this is a piece of my history, and it will stay with me, because I'm going to put it right into my cabinet when it's all done. I still have this little overspray here I have to work on, and little things, but for $2 to say that you got something again from your childhood is well worth it. Remember, tomorrow, guys, I have my auction starting at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Lobster, your box is going out tomorrow. It's already packed, ready to go. I just got to get it over to the post office. I have a lot of cool stuff coming up tomorrow. I have CDs. I have VHS tapes, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle video VHS tapes from the 90s. I have plush. I have Barbies. I have Monster High. I have a box of Hot Wheels that's going to be going off. Sneakers. Brand new pair of Converse. 2 pairs of Converse sneakers. one low tops and one basketball sneakers, brand new, excellent shape. One's with the box, one's without. I'm trying to think of what else I have behind me that we're going to be going through. I have, like I said, the CDs. I have some glassware, some jewelry, and I have a camera, vintage 35 millimeter camera that is going to be going up also. Still works in great condition. I have some hats, some other toys going up. Trying to think of what else we have here. Some books. So, and sports cards I'll be sending up. But definitely, guys, if you're interested in any of this stuff coming up, nice. That's awesome, Flipping Goodies. That's great. I know in 4 days, 3 days now, Paul Antonelli is going to be doing a NASCAR diecast and other stuff auction. He just asked me if I would come in and help him explain some of the cars because he doesn't know a lot about NASCAR. So I will be going in helping him with the NASCAR to be sold. So if you guys want to check that out, that'll be on Paul Antonelli's channel. Well, Flipping Goodies, send me a PM. You have me on. You think you have me on Facebook or Instagram. We can do an auction together. That's not a problem. I'm constantly doing auctions, and I think a lot of the stuff. I think a lot of people now are buying NASCAR and some selling stuff. But I'm still collecting some of the stuff, but it's certain items. I've got a lot of right here. I've got this is an old Mark Martin Winn-Dixie that I got out of a box. Just stuff like that. I like collecting some of that stuff because I have a small collection of all my. Yeah. Well, it's an autograph. That's why. And with Matt Kenseth, pretty much almost done with racing anyway. That type of stuff will be going. I know Paul last auction that he did. Was at the fundraising auction that I did last Wednesday for I Am Squashy. Guys, please watch that video. That's an 8. That was one of the longest auctions that we have done. We broke the record for the length for an auction, and he had on a John Andretti number 37 Little Caesars NASCAR, still in box, 1/24 scale, and that piece is in an amazing piece. So, but definitely come and check out the auction tomorrow. I have a lot of stuff going up. I have toys. I'm going to have a mystery box of toys going off. God, we have so much stuff to hear that we're going to be having a yard sale next Saturday in my area. So a lot of stuff like Flipping Goodies. These are going to be going off. I don't particularly care for them, but these are actually NASCAR sunglasses. They're inscribed NASCAR on the inside. They're in great shape. These are going to be going up for sale tomorrow. I have a pair of Angel sunglasses. These are going to be going off. This comes with the case and the wipe. That's going to be going off tomorrow. So, stuff like that, guys, that's what we're going to be doing. I know I was watching a video yesterday that Ollie's has a scrub brush and shampoo of Kyle Busch. on clearance for not clearance, but what their sale for $1.99. So, and they have some of the new NASCAR Authentics, which I've been collecting. And I'm probably going to go over there because they're only $2 there. So, yeah, but literally, I'm getting ready. My cars are ready. I have races going off at my club. We're finally starting to get back together and doing that. The races here on my channel probably are not going to start again until maybe next season. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with school with the kids before I get back involved, and I need to clean the area. Like this is all flea market, yard sale stuff, guys. So, it needs to get ready to go over. Yeah, Jody, the club's back at it. We were doing it at the president's house, but the YMCA has opened up. We're not having actual people coming to the club. We are having people send us their cars, and what's happening there is we have up to 10 people, so it's all of our race committee and the board, and we race their cars for them, and we put it on our Facebook page, ljlrc.com. So we'll be doing that probably for the rest of the year, because with the way that things are happening again, it looks like they're going to start slowing down on opening up stuff more and more. I know Disney's in the process of possibly closing down again. So we got to look at what's going to happen. I think it's going to be after the elections are over. I think everything's going to go. Well, it'll still be around, but it'll go somewhat normal if the right person gets into the stays in. So other than that, guys, if you have any questions on NASCAR, diecast, toys, come and see me. Email me, PM me. My Instagram is NASCARman3345. Also, definitely don't be afraid to go and find something that has spray paint on it. Even when you're doing dumpster diving, a lot of places we're putting spray paint on stuff. You can easily clean it up. It's not that complicated. You just got to use the right thing so you don't damage other items. So remember, guys, always remember, you might not have had a great childhood or you had a super childhood, but if you remember something from your childhood and you find it again, you go and bring it back if it doesn't take up much room. This is something that brings me back to my childhood, and it'll be, it's so easy to pop these back in. It'll be back to the way I want it, and it'll be in my collection. Remember my motto: more toys, more fun. Doesn't mean you have to buy every single toy, but you buy the toys that you remember, the toys that you love. And hey, Jen Hayes, thank you for coming in. But just don't give up on life. Things can happen. You can have a positive and negative every day in your life. Just remember that you're still alive. You wake up every morning and you're breathing. And God's there to bring you through each day. So definitely rock it. Find the stuff that you like. You want to resell it, fine. You want to collect it. I collect my stuff that I enjoy. But you definitely want to do what you want to do. Remember, go Devils. Hockey's starting up. Basketball's up and running. Baseball's up and running. You damn Canadians can't get Toronto to come down and play anywhere. We need that team that's going to hurt us. But, so, remember, yard flea market auction tomorrow. That will be my everybody. I'm trying to see with Alexis. Deb's going to be late if she can make it. We will have Victoria and Veronica on selling their stuff. And if anybody wants to come in, yeah, we're keeping that border shut. Yeah, I see that. So just definitely come to the auction tomorrow. We'll have some great stuff. Might do another auction Wednesday. That's going to be, I'm trying to get rid of some jewelry, guys. So if you know anybody that does jewelry and is interested, I have a lot of it that I'm going to be selling. So please, let's get that done, and let's have a positive life, positive day. And remember, more toys, more fun. Any questions, email me or get in touch with me if you have any questions about toys or anything. Snatch Man 3345 coming out. We'll see you guys tomorrow at the auction. Peace out.